Culture Show for those of us who were born a few years ago. Let's show those millennials all the things we know. Being old makes us wise. Sometimes we even go outside. We know about life before 1999. You haven't seen nothing yet if you haven't lived life pre-internet. Listen up, this is stuff you won't want to forget. Midlife Pop Culture Show.
Hello, everybody. This is Mr. G, and this is the Mr. G Midlife Pop Culture Show. It's a dreary day here in Manchester, New Hampshire, but it's happy right here. We're going to have some fun. We're going to jump right into it with a little game that we like to call What's in the Bag?
What's in the bag? What's in the bag? What's in the bag? What's in the bag? What's in the bag? That's for me to know and you to guess. Tell me what's in the bag? 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 That's for me to know and you to guess. What's in the bag? What's in the bag? What's in the bag?
What is in the bag, ladies and gentlemen? That's from the band Screamo. Big fan of the band Screamo. Very, they are what they are. They're a great band to work out to mow the lawn to. Very aggressive, very fun. And when I heard that song, What's in the Bag by Screamo, I said, what a great introduction. We've been doing What's in the Bag now for a couple weeks. Getting a lot of good response for that. So, ladies and gentlemen, call in. Call in right now and tell me what's in the bag. Okay. So this is the awkward part. Boom. Oh, boy. I knew it.
This is
I knew
Tom
it.
Tomulson.
Hi, Tom.
Thank you, Mr. G, for allowing me again to play What's in the Bag.
My pleasure.
On your semi-successful show, the Midlife Pop Culture Show. I believe that what is in the bag are 6 Republican spring waters made here from the great state of New Hampshire, where Republicans rule and the rest are fools. I hope to sit next to you next week after getting this correct. This is Tom Tomulson signing off.
Thank you, Tom. Wow. Tom Tomulson is our resident Republican here who calls in every week. I think he's coming around. I think he's starting to enjoy the show. And as Tom just mentioned, if you are a correct winner, you will win a trip to Manchester, New Hampshire, lovely Manchester, New Hampshire, the vacation capital of the world. I will get you an Uber, and you'll come on over, and I'll feed you dinner, and you can sit next to Mr. G. If you can tell me what's in the bag, waiting for another call. It looks like we have, awesome. Long-time listener, long-time caller in, Agnes is here.
Hi,
Agnes.
Mr. G.
Hi.
This is Agnes.
Hi, Agnes.
And my friend Gildehard from the community.
Gildehard?
We love calling into your show when you do these live guesses, and we would like to play What's in the Bag. Thanks for taking my phone calls.
Yes.
So what
My
we
pleasure,
think is
Agnes.
in the bag today, Agnes, myself, and Gildehard and the girls at the community, we believe that you are trying to play a trick on us by putting Chinese food back in that plastic bag instead of something else that it could be in there. So we're guessing Chinese food because we know Mr. G. He loves that Chinese food. Anyways, this is Agnes and Gildehard from the community. We hope we win and we hope to see you soon. Oh my God! Thank you again, Mr. J.
Agnes, and Gildehard, always a pleasure to have you here and have you call in. And if you are correct, we've met a few times, Agnes, but it would be my pleasure to have you down here because last week's winner of Find the Munchie contest was a man or a middle-aged man. His name was Wasted Willie, and he was supposed to meet me here today and be in contact with me because he did win Find the Best Munchie. I think it was a Friendly's hamburger with macaroni and cheese and bacon. I think that was. But he stood me up. He stood me up, Tom. Wasted Willie. I'm a little bit upset, but Wasted. He's calling in. I think he's calling in. Wasted Willie, is that you?
Wow. I think I just dialed my cell phone, man.
Yeah, you did. You
I
did.
think I needed to be somewhere today. Wow.
Yeah, you were supposed to be here and meet me because you won the contest last week. Yeah. Where are you?
Oh, no,
Yeah.
man. I was supposed to be down at the studio with you today, Mr. G.
Yes,
and
you
I
were.
forgot. Oh, wow.
You can wow all you want,
You
Wasted
still
Willie, but I'm a
playing
little
that
disappointed.
game, man. What's in the bag?
Yeah.
I'm going to guess again.
Yeah.
And when I get it right, man, I'm coming down to see you next week.
Yeah.
What I think's in the bag, man, is a lot of deep thoughts and some things that that I've been thinking about. You know what I'm saying, man?
Yeah. I think so.
And if it's not that, man, I think it's Wendy's. Wendy's. Wow. Sorry I
Interesting
missed
guess,
it today,
Wasted
Mr.
Willie.
G. I hope I got that one right. My plan for today is to move out of my parents' basement. Wow.
Well, good luck to you, Wasted Willie, on moving out of your parents' basement. I think it's probably a good idea. I think you might be dealing in a few bags that you might want to lay off of a little bit and maybe get yourself together. But we're going to be right back, and we're going to reveal.
Is a midlife pop culture show for those of us who were born a few years ago. Let's show those millennials all the things we know. Being old makes us wise. Sometimes we even go outside. We know about life before 1999. You haven't seen nothing yet if you haven't lived life pre-internet. Listen up, this is stuff you won't want to forget.
Hello,
Midlife
Mr.
Pop
G.
Culture Show.
As the song said, Midlife Pop Culture Show. And now it's time, ladies and gentlemen, for the big reveal. What indeed is in the bag? We've had 3 guesses. We had Tom Tomlinson's guess of Republican-orientated spring water. We had Agnes's guess, which, Kyle, do you remember what Agnes's guess was? It kind of slipped my mind here.
I don't remember what Agnes guessed, too.
Oh.
I thought it was,
Oh, boy.
oof.
Oh, and then we had Wasted Willie's. Oh, Agnes thought...
Wendy's? Who is Wendy's?
Wasted Willie thought it was Wendy's. So I'm sorry, Agnes, you were not correct, even though we can't remember exactly what's in the bag on your end. But ladies and gentlemen, in a countdown of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, what was in the bag was, here it is. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Ladies and gentlemen, a salad from Wendy's. Congratulations to Wasted Willie. Congratulations, Wasted. We will be, again, trying to contact you over the next week so you can come down and hang out with us. We'll give you a free meal. Wasted Willie, stay away from the other bags that I think you're dipping into. We're going to come right back, and we're going to play a little game called How Much Was That at the Flea Market? We'll be right back.
Is a midlife pop culture show for those of us who were born a few years ago. Let's show.
Well. What an interesting time we're having here on the Midlife Pop Culture Show. The show for the baby boomers, X generation, Y generation, millennials. You all just might learn something, but thanks for hanging out with us for a very exciting 30 minutes in TV entertainment. We're just here to have some fun. Went to the flea market. Went to the Londonderry Flea Market, ladies and gentlemen. And my producer, Kyle. Kyle, how are you today?
Good day, sir.
Good. You did such a great job last time on guessing the flea market prices. I'd like to do that again. I got a lot of responses back. And so let's play Flea Market Find. How much was it? Let's take a look. Dun, dun, dun. Let's take a look at our first item that we saw at the flea market. Oh, Kyle. Did you ever have any boats, Kyle, when you were a kid in the in your bathtub? You have any?
Both remote control and also just tugboats.
Well, you can appreciate that when I saw these boats, I was brought back to my happier, simpler time. And did you ever have the propeller maybe try to nip your skin or what have you in the bathtub?
I mean, child safety was not up to par
Yeah,
as it is today.
I've heard some bad things about. I don't know what the word is exactly. Getting some private parts hit by motorboats in the bathtub, and that's why you don't really see too much of those. Anyways, Kyle, my producer friend Kyle, how much did I pay? Let's take a look at those boats again. How much did I pay, Kyle, for 2 boats? And I got a package deal. Okay, how much do you think I paid total for those 2 delightful plastic boats, tugboat and speedboat?
Since this is a flea market, I'm thinking it was a good day on Saturday.
Yep.
I'm gonna go a solid $3.
Kyle, you're close. They were 50 cents a piece, Kyle. I got them for $1. $1. Come on.
Good work, sir.
Thank you very much. I think they want you to haggle, but I didn't even haggle. I said, how much are those boats? And they said $1. And very unlike me, I just took out that $1 and gave it to them, and there they are.
Just careful of your private parts, again.
Well, these don't have the motors on the bottom of them. These are just your wind or water propelled, if you would.
Gotcha.
Okay, so let's take a look at our next flea market find, please. Oh boy! Oh! Now, this is a Sharp. I would say, I guess it's old school, nice speakers, 5 CD changer, cassette player, and I have these 2 really nice Bose speakers in my backyard, and I've been looking for a receiver to plug into them. And of course, nowadays everything would be Bluetooth, but these beautiful Bose speakers underneath the lips in my backyard, underneath I don't know what they call them, the hangover of the backyard, there's 2 beautiful Bose speakers, and the connections are inside the house, but the old school, wire to wire. So I've been looking, and I've been getting a lot of different prices. And Kyle, I did buy this, and it sounds beautiful. How much you think I bought?
All right, gotta ask some questions though.
Yes, sir.
How many disc changer for CDs?
5.
5 disc. Okay.
Why would that make any difference?
I mean, you gotta get as many CDs as you can in there, and then there's no aux spot, is there? You can't put an auxiliary cord in there.
I've been trying to figure out how I can put my my phone running through that.
Yeah, that's exactly why I'm trying to iron this out. But I'm gonna give a solid $10.
$10, Kyle. If you believe it, count them, Kyle.
$3.
$3. I couldn't believe it. $3. I've seen those on Craigslist and on eBay. $40, $50, $3, and Kyle, it was running as I was there. The gentleman turned it on for me. I heard it was working. So now, Kyle, for the big price of $4, I have myself a stereo system, 2 boats, and this. Our next one. Oh, Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band album, original. I think it said Columbia on the inside of it. Good weight, not a reprint. Unfortunately, the person who had it see the little tape over the top there, Kyle? See the tape marks?
I see a little bit, yeah.
But inside of it, I don't know if people know, but I'm sure Beatle fans would know that inside of it there's a little card, a John Lennon postcard. And that was still in it. It was the original vinyl jacket. I mean, the original sleeve, if you would. And of course, the millennials may not know it, but
was this the album that they pretended that John was dead?
No, that was Abbey Road's.
Abbey Road.
And what happened with Abbey Road's was one of the Beatles were walking across Abbey Roads with no shoes on, and back in the day, people thought that meant that I think it was Paul McCartney, one of them, had no shoes on. But getting back to that, very popular, probably the best rock and roll album ever made, Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. How much, Kyle? Big moment for you.
You've gone over both of them.
Now let me just say, you've gone over both of them, Kyle. So let's cool it down. Take a breath. Think low. Think low.
Think low. I don't want to, but I have to go low on this one. So, because this person is obviously trying to get rid of it, $1.
Great guess. On this one, Kyle, you are a little high. This was a $2. $2 for that album. Can you believe that? I saw that album at Thrifties and online. $20, $10, $3, Kyle. $3. I was so motivated. I asked him how much this Beatles album he had was going to be. If you can switch over to the next one. Revolver. One of their most controversial, not really controversial, just a really abstract, fabulous album. It's just, the Beatles were so revolutionary for the time and studio work. And they did all this studio work without GarageBand, without WAV files. This was direct with, I forget, Martin, I believe was the producer's name. Just phenomenal. Kyle? How much did Mr. G spend for this album?
Since I'm not familiar with this album, and it's controversial.
Well, not really controversial. It's just every Beatles album was just so different. Once they stopped touring and they started really working on the production value, this is a fantastic album.
I'm going to go with $2 on this one.
Congratulations, Kyle. You are correct. Kudos to $2 for Kyle. $2 for Kyle.
Yes.
So, Kyle, as you can see, I was having a phenomenal time at the flea market. I mean, jeez. It's just, it was incredible. Okay? So let's take a look at boom, 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 boom. Is that all I got for flea market picks?
That's all the flea market
Well, let me
picks.
tell you, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a thrill to play How Much Was It at the Flea Market. We're going to come back and talk a little bit about pool cleaning. Woo-hoo! We'll be right back to the Midlife Pop Culture Show right after this.
Is a midlife pop culture show for those of us who were born a few years ago. Let's show those millennials all the things we know. Being old makes us wise. Sometimes we even go outside. We know about life before 1999. You haven't seen nothing yet if you haven't lived life pre-internet. Listen up, this is stuff you won't want to forget. Midlife Pop Culture Show.
What a time we're having here on the Midlife Pop Culture. Let's try that again. Old lips, new thoughts. Welcome back to the Midlife Pop Culture Show. Here in New England is kind of a weird thing. People have pools in the back of their house. I recently purchased a home about 4 years ago, and I love it. It has a small little pool in the backyard, but realistically, that pool's probably open from swimmable from June, July, August. If you're lucky, you get 3 months out of a 12-month year. So really it looks great. They're fun to have, but you have to be out on that pool every single day doing something to it so it stays clean. Well, it's tough. It's tough. There's Bacillus, salt water, chlorine, fresh water. They're coming out with things all the time to go cha-ching and keep that pool clean. It's tough. I want to share a little song with you. This one is from a artist who sometimes frequents my studio. His name's Casper Cadillac and myself, and we wrote this song about clean pools. And here we go.
I love coming home to a clean pool, especially a pool that's nice and clean. I love coming home to a clean pool, especially one that's nice and clean.
Is the one for me. I can see my reflection. Can't you see? So nice and flat on top, like an ice crystal palace. I see my reflection in the pool
love a nice clean pool, don't you?
You know what? The other day, I was sitting watching TV with my lovely wife, and there was this big, intense scene. There was a lot of action going on, and it was all just, it was a love story, action, adventure, and the scene revolved in this backyard, and it was just really intense. And by the time the scene was over, my wife looks at me and says, "Wow, that was pretty intense." And I said, "Yeah, boy, how did they get that pool so clean?" That's all I focused in on. But that's the life of a homeowner. We complain and we complain, but we love our houses, and we do notice clean pools. So you know what? We're going to come back next. I always said that I'm not going to do political stuff here on Midlife Pop Culture Show. But this politician, Cortez, or Ortez, or what's her name?
I'm not even sure myself.
Is it Cortez?
We'll get back to you after the break, and I'll make sure to say it properly.
Yeah, and we're going to talk about her, and we're going to talk about the Green New Deal. We'll be right back. I don't know how to say her name.
It's a midlife pop culture show for those of us who were born a few years ago. Let's show those millennials all the things we know. Being old makes us wise. Sometimes we even go outside. We know about life before 1999. You haven't seen nothing yet if you haven't lived life pre-internet. Listen up, this is stuff you won't want to forget. Midlife Pop Culture Show.
Hello. We're back at the Midlife Pop Culture Show. Last segment. Boy, time flies, and we're having fun here. I hope you're having a good time as well. Ladies and gentlemen, there is a politician. I don't know if she's senator, congresswoman, something. This Miss Cortez is her name, and she recently proposed the Green New Deal. The Green New Deal basically says that we're going to get rid of all oil. We're going to get rid of airplanes. We're going to get rid of electric, nuclear, and we're going to go all solar, wind, and hydroelectric. Are you a little in dreamland, Miss Cortez? Perhaps. I think it's a great concept, though. I think you need to rewrite it maybe and say, you know what, probably not going to get rid of airplanes. How are we going to get to Alaska? How are we going to get to...
Mr. G?
Yeah.
Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
Alexandria Ocasio? Alexandria Cortez.
Ocasio. Ocasio?
Miss Cortez. And what is she, a senator? She's got a big job somewhere.
She is a senator.
Wow.
Yes.
So the Fruit Loops that voted her into office. This video, though I think the Green New Deal does have its merits, but I think you're dreaming if you're ever going to see it in your lifetime. But I think the thought is there.
She did go to Boston University.
Yeah, she also, I heard she has a lot of, she's not as, she's spoiled rotten from what I hear. I heard she, I don't know if it's true, but I heard she had quite a checkered past. But don't we all? So Cortez, this song is called The Green New Deal, done by the band Screamo. And we got some pictures in back of it. Here's a political pro and cons Green New Deal. Hope you enjoy it.
Goodbye oil, hello Green New Deal. Goodbye carbon, hello Green New Deal. Goodbye climate change, hello Green New Deal. Goodbye to everything. Goodbye oil, hello Green New Deal. Goodbye carbon, hello Green New Deal. Goodbye climate change, hello Green New Deal. Goodbye to everything. Goodbye airplane, jump onto the train. It's a Green New Deal. Goodbye airplane, jump onto the train. It's a Green New Deal.
Deal. Green New Deal. Green New Deal. Wow. Well, that brings us to another exciting end of Midlife Pop Culture Show. I would like to thank Casper Cadillac. I would like to thank my wife, my kids, the planet Earth, and of course, Kyle, who's just fantastic getting involved in the show. I appreciate that, Kyle. Thank you very much.
Complete props to you spending only $6 at the flea market there.
Well, Kyle, there's nothing like a day at the flea market. And let me tell you, you go to the flea market, you go to Wendy's, you take a few pictures, and you have enough information to do the Midlife Pop Culture Show here on Manchester Community Television. This is Mr. G. Take care and be good to each other. Bye-bye.